Fans are buzzing, timelines are on fire, and whispers have quickly turned into full-blown shockwaves after Tasha K decided to stir the pot once again. The outspoken blogger has built a reputation for uncovering the kind of secrets nobody else dares to touch, but this time the revelation feels heavier, messier, and far more personal. She claims to have receipts that suggest a love and hip-hop star has been quietly hiding a pregnancy from not only the cameras, but even from some of the closest cast members. The energy around this alleged secret is wild because it doesn't just stop at rumors. It's layered with accusations, possible betrayals, and questions about loyalty that are now splitting friendships apart. Imagine the drama. A woman on set fighting to keep her personal life private while others whisper behind her back, wondering if this hidden truth might explode in the middle of filming. Tasha K didn't just hint, she teased that proof exists. Screenshots, messages, and even a trail of conversations that fans will find impossible to ignore. The question hanging in the air is simple yet explosive. Why was this kept hidden, and who else already knew? Fans are already debating. Emotions are boiling, and the stage is set for a storm that could change the dynamic of the entire show. The buzz started quietly, just a few whispers among fans online who thought they spotted something unusual in recent clips of filming. An oversized hoodie here, a carefully placed handbag there, and the way one of the stars suddenly stepped back from her usual party scene energy. At first, it was brushed off as nothing serious, maybe just a new fashion choice, or someone feeling under the weather. But then Tasha K dropped her bomb, suggesting that this wasn't a coincidence at all. She claimed a love and hip-hop star had been keeping a pregnancy hidden from everyone, and her tone made it clear that she had more than just speculation. She insisted she had receipts, the kind of proof that could flip the entire cast dynamic, upside down. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere was tense. Some cast members had reportedly begun noticing odd behavior. A source close to the show told Tasha K that private conversations were happening off-camera, and that these talks were filled with worry about how this revelation might affect ongoing storylines. One insider said, "It's not just about a pregnancy, it's about the secrecy. The way it's been hidden makes everyone wonder what else could be going on." That kind of statement only fueled the fire because it suggested layers of betrayal, not just to the cast, but to fans who feel invested in every twist. What really caught attention was how quickly the rumor picked up traction among viewers. Fans started combing through past episodes, analyzing body language, replaying small moments, and asking questions that seemed innocent at first, but turned into accusations. Why did she leave the club early that night? Why has she been avoiding the typical heated arguments that make for good TV? Why has her social media gone quieter than usual? Fans thrive on details, and when those details line up with Tasha K's claims, the whispers transform into loud speculation that refuses to go away. The supposed secrecy wasn't just about the pregnancy itself. It was about who might already know. Was this a personal choice to keep something private? Or was there a deeper reason? A fear of backlash or judgment from castmates? The love and hip-hop world is notorious for explosive reactions. The slightest slip of the tongue can turn into a season-long feud, so the thought of keeping such a life-changing situation under wraps raised the stakes even higher. According to Tasha K, a few cast members may have already been aware, but stayed silent for their own reasons. That, in itself, set up an even more dramatic picture. A potential split between those protecting the secret and those ready to expose it for maximum screen time. The emotional toll on the star at the center of these rumors couldn't be ignored. Fans speculated endlessly about how difficult it must have been to continue filming while dealing with something so personal. One fan wrote, "You can literally see it in her eyes. She's carrying the weight of the world while still trying to smile for the cameras." Another commented, "If this is true, then she's been acting her way through all of this, and that's heartbreaking." When viewers begin to sympathize on such a deep level, the narrative grows even more compelling because it becomes about resilience and struggle, not just gossip. Then came the alleged screenshots. Tasha K hinted at private exchanges that she claimed proved the star had been confiding in at least one trusted friend about the pregnancy. She described text messages, where fear of judgment and betrayal were expressed openly. Lines like, "I don't know who I can trust anymore," and "If this gets out, it'll ruin everything," painted a picture of isolation and fear. Whether or not these screenshots ever fully surfaced didn't matter. Just the idea of their existence gave fans enough to keep talking, sharing, and debating. The ripple effect reached beyond the star herself. Questions started swirling about Kirk, Rashida, and other central figures in the show. If such a major secret could be kept under wraps, what else was hidden in their circles? Could this bombshell create a domino effect where one truth leads to another, unraveling connections and alliances that the show thrives on? Insiders suggested that the secrecy might not have been just about personal choice, but also about protecting certain reputations or shielding other scandals from surfacing. And while all of this unfolded, the tension among cast members grew unbearable. Some reportedly felt betrayed for being kept in the dark. Others feared being dragged into the storm once the truth became public. Heated conversations took place off camera, with accusations flying about loyalty and honesty. One insider revealed, "Emotions ran high because it wasn't just about a secret, it was about trust. Once that's broken, it's almost impossible to repair." The fans, meanwhile, were split down the middle. Some argued that the star deserved privacy, that her life didn't need to be put under a microscope at all times. Others insisted that, by signing on to a reality show, transparency was part of the deal, and hiding something so significant was unfair to both cast and viewers. That division created even more buzz, with online debates turning into heated arguments that mirrored the drama of the show itself. As days went on, Tasha K continued to drop hints, never giving away the full story but providing just enough to keep the conversation alive. She posted cryptic messages about truth always coming to light and teased that fans hadn't seen anything yet. Every time she spoke, it reignited speculation, dragging the star's name back into the spotlight, whether she wanted it or not. The secrecy had become bigger than the actual pregnancy. It was now about the betrayal, the broken bonds, and the question of who would speak out next. In the middle of this firestorm, one thing was clear. The cast of Love and Hip Hop was now standing on a ticking time bomb. The truth was circling closer and closer, and everyone knew that once it exploded, there would be no turning back. The whispers inside the Love and Hip Hop circle started to take a life of their own, spreading like wildfire from one late night call to another. It wasn't just about someone possibly hiding a pregnancy anymore. It had turned into a full-on guessing game, with cast members privately wondering who might be covering up the biggest secret of the season. The atmosphere was thick with tension, every conversation carrying an undercurrent of suspicion. And in the center of it all was Tasha K, dropping hints that she had more receipts tucked away, waiting for the right moment to unleash them. Drama escalated when Tamar Braxton, who had only recently been seen laughing and vibing with the crew, allegedly confronted Yandy in a behind-the-scenes moment. According to people who overheard the exchange, Tamar's voice carried that signature edge, sharp enough to slice through any excuses. "Girl, if you hiding something this big, the fans are gonna eat you alive," she allegedly snapped. Yandy didn't flinch, but those close to the scene swore they caught her glancing down at her phone, as if silently praying no one had screenshots to back up the rumors swirling. Fans watching from the sidelines began piecing together fragments from social media posts. One cryptic caption from Mendices about protecting my family at all costs suddenly became a clue. Another photo of Yandy in an oversized hoodie was dissected endlessly, with comments ranging from, "She's just chilling," to, "No, that's a clear attempt to hide a baby bump." The speculation reached a fever pitch, and Tasha K knew exactly how to feed the flames without confirming too much. "Receipts don't lie," she teased during a live stream, her voice dripping with that trademark confidence. "Y'all can deny it all you want, but when the screenshots start lining up with the timelines, the truth becomes impossible to ignore." The chat exploded with emojis, people begging her to reveal names. But she played coy, letting the suspense build like a storm waiting to break. What made things even messier was the involvement of the families. Tamar's sister allegedly voiced her frustration in a private group chat, saying she didn't want Tamar dragged into another Love and Hip Hop mess. Meanwhile, Yandy's cousin was said to be furious that the rumors were spreading online, claiming it was all just a ploy to tarnish her image. But every denial only added fuel to the speculation, because fans couldn't ignore the subtle changes in behavior. Then came the moment that shook everyone. An anonymous DM surfaced on social media, showing what appeared to be a text exchange between Mendices and a close friend. The messages hinted at late-night doctor visits, emotional breakdowns, and a big reveal that was being carefully timed for the cameras. No one could verify if the screenshots were authentic, But in the world of reality, TV gossip, perception, often outweighs truth. The internet didn't wait for confirmation. It ran wild with theories. Inside the cast, alliances began to fracture. Spice allegedly pulled Yandy aside during a break in filming and asked her straight up, "Sis, are you gonna tell us before the streets do?" The exchange was described as tense but oddly compassionate, as if Spice wanted to protect her friend, while also protecting her own storyline. Yandy brushed it off, laughing in that practiced way reality stars do when they're cornered. But those who know her well said her eyes gave her away. The drama reached new heights when cameras allegedly caught a heated argument between Tamar and Mendices. Tamar, who never shies away from speaking her mind, reportedly accused him of being the reason everything was so messy. "You should have had this under control before it got out," she shouted, her hands flying in the air as crew members stepped in. Mendices fired back, insisting he wasn't about to let anyone dictate his family's choices. The clash was electric, and though producers tried to keep it quiet, word slipped out almost immediately. Viewers online couldn't get enough. Hashtags started trending overnight, with fan edits mixing old clips of Yandy with the latest rumors. One fan wrote, "This is the storyline we never knew we needed," while another commented, "If this turns out true, it'll be the biggest love and hip-hop twist since Stevie J and Jocelyn." The energy was infectious, pulling in even casual viewers who wanted to see how far the drama could go. As all this unfolded, Tasha K hinted she had voice notes, actual audio clips that could confirm the private conversations everyone was speculating about. "Receipts ain't always screenshots, baby," she teased, holding up her phone during another live. The thought of hearing raw, unfiltered confessions sent fans into overdrive. People begged her to drop them, and the pressure only mounted when rival bloggers claimed they had exclusive sources ready to spill the same tea. What complicated everything further was the emotional toll on Yandy herself. Whispers suggested she had broken down during a private moment, confiding in a close friend that she felt trapped between protecting her family and keeping up with the demands of reality TV. "If I tell them the truth now, it ruins everything," she allegedly said. "But if I keep lying, it's gonna blow up in my face." It was the kind of confession that added layers to the drama, painting her not just as a star but as a woman torn between impossible choices. The situation grew so intense that even producers were said to be divided. Some wanted to lean into the storyline, seeing it as ratings gold, while others worried it would cross boundaries if the truth was forced out under pressure. But with fans already running wild with theories, the idea of leaving it untouched felt impossible. Then came the twist no one saw coming. A supposed leaked clip surfaced online, showing Yandy and Mendices in what looked like a doctor's waiting room. The footage was grainy, clearly filmed from a distance, but it was enough to send shockwaves across social media. Fans dissected every frame, pointing out Yandy's nervous gestures, Mendices' protective stance, and the paperwork visible in the background. "That's definitely a pregnancy clinic," one viewer claimed, while another argued it was just a regular checkup. But the fact that the video existed at all made the speculation nearly impossible to dismiss. As the noise grew louder, the rest of the cast began distancing themselves. Some posted vague messages about protecting their peace, while others avoided the subject entirely, not wanting to get dragged into the whirlwind. But behind the scenes, everyone knew the truth. The tension had reached a breaking point, and something big was about to crack wide open. The leaked clip changed everything overnight. Within hours, it spread across every gossip page, every fan forum, every messy group chat dedicated to reality TV drama. The clip wasn't crystal clear, but in the court of public opinion, clarity didn't matter. What mattered was the perception. And to fans, it was damning. One popular blogger declared, "You don't sit in a waiting room like that unless you're hiding something big," while another posted side-by-side stills of Yandy from months earlier compared to the clip, pointing out subtle changes in her face and body. Yandy herself went silent, which only made things worse. In the world of reality TV, silence is the loudest answer of all. Mendices tried to control the narrative with a vague post about family first, always, but it only stirred more questions. Fans flooded his comments demanding answers, some supportive, some ruthless. "If she's pregnant, just say it. Already," one wrote. Another jabbed, "You love hiding things till it blows up, don't you?" The energy online was explosive, feeding on itself like a fire with endless fuel. Behind the cameras, the cast's relationships were unraveling. Spice, who had tried to stay neutral, reportedly lost patience after being dragged into a fan theory claiming she had known all along. "Don't put me in this mess," she allegedly told producers. "If they want to keep secrets, let them, but leave me out of it." Tamar, on the other hand, doubled down. She was said to be furious after the clip leaked, convinced it made everyone look complicit. "We're supposed to be a family here, but we're out here looking like liars," she snapped during a tense filming break. What really sent shockwaves was when a new set of screenshots appeared online, this time allegedly between a close friend of Yandy and another anonymous contact. The messages hinted at not just a pregnancy, but also fears about how the storyline would affect contracts, endorsements, and even her marriage. One line read, "She doesn't want to tell the cast because she knows the producers will twist it for drama." Another hinted at her feeling betrayed by someone close. Fans dissected every word, with some pointing fingers directly at Tamar as the possible betrayer. In a twist of irony, Tamar herself took to social media, denying any involvement in the leaks. "Don't play with me like that," she said in a live session. "I don't need to leak anything. Y'all know I say what I want to people's faces." But her denial only fueled more gossip, as fans debated whether her defensiveness was proof of guilt. The lines between truth and rumor blurred until no one could tell which was which anymore. As the drama unfolded, tension between Yandy and Mendices reportedly hit a breaking point. Insiders claimed they were caught in a heated argument, with Yandy accusing him of being careless about who he spoke to, while Mendices fired back that she was letting the pressure of social media dictate their choices. "You care more about what the fans think than our family," he allegedly shouted. "You think I don't see the comments? You think I don't see how this is tearing us apart?" Fans loved every second of it, of course. They took sides, some defending Yandy as a woman under unfair scrutiny, others blasting her for being fake on a show built on authenticity, or at least the illusion of it. Entire Twitter threads were dedicated to breaking down her old interviews, looking for inconsistencies. TikTok creators made viral edits set to dramatic music, replaying the leaked clip and speculating in captions. Every platform was buzzing, and the producers of Love and Hip Hop were rumored to be salivating at the thought of skyrocketing ratings. Then came the alleged bombshell from Tasha K. During another live, she leaned back in her chair, smirking, holding her phone like a weapon. Receipts are cute, but when you got recordings, that's when the game changes. The chat went wild. She didn't drop the audio, not yet, but the mere suggestion sent shockwaves through the fan base. Suddenly, everyone was speculating on what might be in those recordings. Were they doctor conversations, arguments between Yandy and Mendices, or confessions to a close friend that had been secretly taped? Rumors swirled that producers were scrambling behind the scenes, desperate to either get their hands on the recordings or shut them down before they exploded. Some insiders claimed contracts were being reviewed to see if lawsuits could stop Tasha from releasing them, but fans weren't buying it. In their eyes, the recordings were inevitable, and they were counting down the days until they surfaced. In the middle of all this chaos, Yandy was said to have broken down again, this time confiding to a fellow cast member that she didn't know who she could trust anymore. "Everybody's smiling in my face, but I don't know who's leaking what," she allegedly said through tears. It was the kind of raw vulnerability that made her relatable, even as fans criticized her online. The pressure of carrying a secret this big in a world built on exposure was eating her alive. Things reached a boiling point during a filming session when Tamar and Spice got into it over how the situation was being handled. Spice accused Tamar of stirring the pot, while Tamar clapped back that Spice was too busy protecting Yandy, instead of keeping it real. The shouting match escalated so quickly that crew had to step in, and word is that cameras caught every second of it. Fans are already demanding to see the footage, convinced it could reveal where alliances truly stand. Adding fuel to the fire, a mysterious Instagram page popped up overnight claiming to have exclusive proof of the pregnancy. The account posted blurred images of what looked like medical paperwork, with captions teasing more to come. Within hours, the page had tens of thousands of followers, though no one could confirm its authenticity. Still, the existence of the page was enough to push the narrative further, giving fans another piece of the puzzle to obsess over. Mendices, frustrated and cornered, reportedly called out a few cast members privately, accusing them of feeding gossip to the blogs. "Somebody in this circle is playing dirty," he allegedly said. "And when I find out who it is, it's over." The tension was so thick that even neutral members of the cast started avoiding him, afraid of being accused of betrayal. Meanwhile, fans weren't letting up. Petitions started circulating, demanding that VH1 address the rumors publicly. Others speculated about spin-offs, predicting that if Yandy's pregnancy was revealed, it would lead to an entirely new storyline centered around her family. The noise was deafening, and the pressure on Yandy grew heavier with each passing day. But the biggest twist came when another clip leaked, this time reportedly from a private phone conversation. Though the audio was muffled, fans swore they heard Yandy's voice saying, "I can't keep this hidden forever." The clip ended abruptly, leaving just enough ambiguity to keep everyone guessing. Was it real? Was it fabricated? It didn't matter. Fans believed it, and that belief was enough to tip the scales. With the world closing in, Yandy and Mendices were left in a corner. Trust broken, alliances shattered, their every move scrutinized by millions. The secret, that had once felt private, was now bigger than them, a storyline too massive to escape. And yet, even with all the noise, one question lingered louder than ever. When would the truth finally come out? And who would be the one to drop it? The tension had reached a point where nobody could deny it anymore. Every interaction Yandy had on set was under a microscope, every word dissected, every look replayed as fans tried to figure out if she was hiding more than she let on. The cameras captured her walking into scenes with sunglasses on, her shoulders tense, and fans claimed she looked exhausted, almost like the weight of the world was pressing down on her. The speculation wasn't just about pregnancy anymore. It was about loyalty, betrayal, and the crumbling foundation of relationships that had seemed so unshakable for years. Behind the scenes, producers were said to be pushing harder than ever for answers. Contracts were being pulled out, conversations happening in hushed tones, and insiders whispered that executives were demanding a decision: either reveal the truth on camera or risk the storyline imploding. For a show built on drama, this was gold. But for the people living it, it felt like a nightmare spiraling out of control. Mendices reportedly lashed out in one heated exchange with producers, accusing them of exploiting the situation. "This is my family, not just your storyline," he allegedly shouted. But producers reminded him that once you sign up for reality TV, your life becomes the storyline, whether you like it or not. That reminder reportedly pushed him further, into frustration, and word is he stormed out of a shoot, leaving crew scrambling. The cast couldn't escape it either. Spice, who had once been supportive, was now visibly frustrated at always being dragged into the mess. She was overheard saying, "Every time I walk into a room, people ask me if I knew. I don't know nothing, and I'm tired of defending somebody else's secret." Tamar, on the other hand, seemed to thrive on the chaos. She laughed during a confessional, saying, "Baby, secrets don't stay hidden forever, and this one's about to blow." As if the situation wasn't already intense, another twist landed when fans claimed to have spotted Yandy at a baby boutique in Atlanta. Blurry photos circulated online showing a woman who looked strikingly like her, shopping with a friend near racks of infant clothes. The internet went wild with captions like, "The proof is right here," and "Caught red-handed." While skeptics argued the pictures could have been anyone, the majority of fans latched onto it as undeniable evidence. The mounting pressure reportedly took a toll on Yandy's marriage. Whispers spread that she and Mendices were barely speaking, at home, each blaming the other for how out of control things had gotten. Yandy allegedly accused him of being careless with who he confided in, while Mendices snapped back that she was too worried about the public image instead of focusing on their family. "We're supposed to be a team," he allegedly said. "But right now it feels like we're on opposite sides." The cast dynamic grew even more fractured. Some sided with Yandy, saying she deserved privacy and space to handle things on her own terms. Others argued that by signing up for reality TV, she owed transparency to both the cast and the fans. The divide created new tensions, with filming sessions turning hostile and alliances being tested in ways no one had anticipated. Then came the night that changed everything. During a group dinner meant to ease tensions, Tasha K made a surprise appearance, cameras rolling, phone in hand. She smirked as she hinted she was ready to drop the alleged recordings she had teased before. "Y'all want to play games, but I come with proof," she said, her words slicing through the table like a knife. The room reportedly erupted. Tamar clapped her hands and shouted, "Let's hear it then!" while Spice rolled her eyes and muttered under her breath. Yandy froze, her fork halfway to her mouth, eyes darting around as everyone leaned in. The clip Tasha played was short, muffled, and crackly, but fans and cast members swore they heard Yandy's voice saying, "I don't want them to know yet, not until I'm ready." It was just enough to spark chaos, with some yelling that it proved everything, and others demanding to hear more. The dinner fell apart instantly, cast members storming out, producers chasing after them, and Yandy left in tears at the table. Online, the fallout was immediate. Hashtags trended, fan theories spiraled out of control, and the clip was shared thousands of times across platforms. Some fans declared it the biggest scandal in love and hip-hop history, while others insisted it was just clever editing and manipulation. No matter what people believed, the conversation dominated entertainment blogs for days, and the buzz around the show reached levels nobody could have predicted. In the middle of the frenzy, Mendices tried to stand firm, posting a cryptic message about protecting what's mine no matter what, but it only added more fuel to the fire. Fans interpreted it as confirmation, and blogs ran with headlines declaring the secret was now officially exposed. Whether it was true or not, no longer mattered. The perceptio was locked in place. Yandy, meanwhile, was reportedly devastated. Insiders claimed she begged producers to cut certain footage, arguing it was too personal, too raw, but the producers refused. "This is what the fans want," they allegedly told her, leaving her feeling cornered and powerless. The emotional toll was visible as she showed up to filming looking drained, her usual confidence replaced with uncertainty. The cast continued to unravel. Spice and Tamar got into another heated argument, this time so explosive that crew had to shut down production for the night. Tamar shouted across the room, "You've been covering for her since day one," while Spice shot back, "And you've been trying to destroy her for the cameras." The two had to be pulled apart, their feud now running just as hot as the central scandal. As the season pushed forward, fans began to wonder what the endgame would be. Would Yandy finally confirm the pregnancy? Would Tasha drop more receipts? Would the cast's fractured friendships ever heal? The questions piled up, and the suspense only deepened. And yet, in the eye of the storm, one thing became clear. The story had outgrown the show. It wasn't just about a rumored pregnancy anymore. It was about trust, betrayal, ambition, and the blurred line between reality and reality TV. For fans, it was the kind of drama they couldn't look away from, the kind that kept them glued to their screens, waiting for the next explosive revelation. So after everything that unfolded, one thing is certain. This story has left fans more divided, more emotional, and more shocked than ever before. The rumors, the whispers, the receipts, and the confrontations have turned what started as quiet speculation into a full-blown storm that has shaken the entire cast to its core. Some believe the truth is already out there, hiding in plain sight, while others argue the real story has yet to be revealed. But what nobody can deny is the way this saga has captured everyone's attention, pulling fans deep into a whirlwind of secrets, loyalty, and betrayal. As viewers, we are left wondering what's next. Will the cast finally confront the truth, head on, or will more layers of drama continue to unravel with every passing day? Will friendships survive, or will the pressure prove too much, leaving scars that never truly heal? And perhaps the biggest question of all, are we seeing the full picture, or just the pieces producers want us to see? One thing's for sure, the emotions are real, the tension is undeniable, and the fans are not letting this go anytime soon. The conversations online prove just how invested people are, with thousands of comments debating, defending, and dissecting every single moment. And now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think about these shocking revelations? Do you believe the receipts tell the full story, or is there more hiding in the shadows waiting to be uncovered? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because we want to hear every opinion. And if you're as hooked on this drama as we are, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more explosive updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next twist. The story may feel like it's reached its peak, but if history has shown us anything, it's that the world of love and hip-hop always has another bombshell waiting just around the corner.